Hi, hello. So, I just wanted to share a truly awful experience that I had where it was just one of those moments where, my brain just did not compute with the world around me. I do not function well in a space where things are not done correctly, or rather, logically. So, I was staying at a cottage on an island out on a lake. It's part of my day job. We lost access to running water for a week, but that's a whole other story, which I've already told, which you can go look up. It'll be in the cards. But for the time during that, I had to go to the boathouse to have showers because its plumbing was unaffected by the shutoff. So the first day, I go to the bathroom, turn on the shower. The water pressure is ridiculous, actually, so the sliders of the shower need to stay shut as much as possible or the whole room is going to get wet. And there's no really turning it down. So I set the temperature control to a little past the middle onto the warm side because I don't know what spot is going to be the right temperature for me. I like pretty hot showers, but I can do room temperature. I can do lukewarm. I stick my hand in and the temperature is a little cooler than room temperature, so I nudge it further on the temp knob to be hotter. And I give it a half a minute, stick my hand in again, and it seems like it's gotten colder, so I say, fuck it, I'll just turn the knob to max heat to see what that even looks like here. I check the water again, the minute later, and it's ice fucking cold. And here's the thought process that I go through at that moment. This is the boathouse. The water system on the main cottage is completely turned off. At that point, I assume that must mean that the water heater is at the main cottage and pumps all the way out here, but since it's off, all I'm going to get is cold water. The temperature has steadily, as I've turned the knob, gone from cool to straight up freezing because I guess that initial bit of water that I got was already in the pipes and now I'm just taking directly from the lake. At that point, I'd already committed to showering. I'm dirty from work, I need to be clean. I'm naked, just standing in the bathroom, and after touching the cold water, I really have to pee. So, I hop in. And it was absolutely awful. What a terrible sensory experience. It was literally painful. I was whimpering, I wanted to cry, and by the end, I was literally struggling to breathe. But I managed. I finish up, I have a headache by then, and I go back to the cottage, the main cottage, to inform my coworkers that the only working shower that we have has freezing cold water. And it was terrible and awful, and they probably don't want to do that themselves. And one of them tells me, "Oh, I should have mentioned, the shower controls in the boathouse are backwards." So, I went through all that for absolutely no reason. There was, in fact, hot water there. I went through all that thought process to explain to myself why there was no hot water coming out, and it didn't occur to me to turn the handle the opposite direction just to see if hot water would come out from the cold temperature side. Because why would I fucking think to do that? Who installs a shower handle backwards? Not only does it baffle me that someone did that in the first place, said, fuck it, good enough, but that no one in all those decades of owning this place fixed it either.